Happy New Year, everybody. I hope that 2022 is going to be the best year for you. And I kind of want us to think about 2022 like that. Like, how can we make the best year for me individually? Maybe we want to think creatively, perhaps sometimes about all of the problems that we might have. Maybe you're struggling in a relationship. Maybe it's that you've got a little extra weight to lose. Maybe it's something else. And so I would love to ask you, think about it deeply. Maybe you want to sit in a room with a pad of paper and a pencil and just kind of write down some of those issues, because it turns out that those issues are the best opportunity to get in touch with yourself so that you can grow into the highest, best version of you. Some people think that to be our best and highest self means that we have to look a certain way and do something and behave a certain way. But that's often more a reflection of the other person. That may not necessarily be even a reflection of us. And so again, when you're sitting there with your pad of paper and your pencil quietly thinking about what kind of a person are you and who do you want to be, don't just think about who that person is that other people have told you, but think about who it is inside of you. After all, it's going to be your 2022 year, the year where you achieve a goal that you've kind of always wanted to achieve, where you're able to reach your highest potential beyond anything you could have possibly thought. After all, we're in the middle of a pandemic, right? It's an opportunity for us to look around and see things aren't quite working the way we thought they would, or we thought they should. We're finding ourselves a little bit more alone and maybe even a little bit more isolated. But just because we're alone and isolated doesn't mean that there still isn't opportunities. There's lots and lots of opportunities for growth, for a deeper connection with yourself. I want to discourage you from doing something that, well, I myself am guilty of too sometimes. That moment where we say, sorry, but we're not really sorry, where we kind of, reach out and say, I'm going to make all of these excuses about why I'm not going to work out or why I'm not going to walk and why it is that I'm going to allow myself to eat whatever it is that I'm going to allow myself to eat, and perpetuate behavior that's, well, not the best. But again, we don't have to continue that pattern. If we want to, we can reflect back and think deeply. Where did that pattern come from? Engage in better healthy habits so that we get up in the morning and go for that walk. We maybe meal plan, or maybe that's not the issue at all for you. Maybe the issue is having a stronger relationship with friends or family members. But you say, well, wait a second, Rabbi. I can't have a better relationship with some family members. They're gone, and I still kind of hear their voice negatively speaking at me. What then? Well, that work is still not over either. It's also an opportunity for you to reach out, reach beyond, reach back into the past, and even communicate with them. Sit in meditation and have dialogue, that you are able to apologize, that you are able to make that relationship healthy. Let's not allow ourselves to be dragged down in 2022. Instead, let's find ways to lift ourselves up and lift up other people around us. Let's find opportunities to be grateful for all of the gifts that we have in our life. Let's look at all of the positives that are around us. And I'm not talking about the COVID cases, but let's look and see about all of the good things. and how we can celebrate them. After all, it's better for us to focus on that than to kind of be just a little bit excuses making and slightly negative. So I want to give you the idea that 2022 is going to be the year of you, the year where you're going to reach for your highest self, the year where you're going to put those excuses where they belong, off to the side, and you're going to allow yourself to be the most amazing version of you possible. May 2022 be the best. See you next year.